Very much.
Guys, thanks so much for waiting. I'm sure you'll agree. You always hope that a fight lives up to expectation, and that's just beyond, that exceeded everything we imagined. So proud to be sitting next to the WBA and IBF super middleweight champion of the world. It's right open to the media, guys. Far away.
Carl, how does that compare to all the other fights you've had? Where would you rate it?
I've had that many fights at top level. You know, there's moments in that fight which obviously was great. It's difficult to remember exactly, because I thought I would just be on my jab for the first 4, 5, 6 rounds. I've just heard that I hurt him in round 3 or 4 or 2 or 3, caught him with a couple of big shots. So it's difficult to sort of I don't even know the word, sort of recap on it without watching it back. But that was one of the great fights. That goes up there with the Jean Pascal and the Jermaine Taylor. You know, the dramatic fights that I've been involved in. That's up there with them. It's got to be. I mean, the Lucha Bute fight was amazing, but it was one side of it from there. I just put it on him and got him out of there. But with MIKKEL Kessler tonight, when I had him going, he didn't sit on the ropes and tuck up. He looked to just sort of hold his feet. He moved, so I was unable to really unload 7, 8, 9 shots on the spin, which would have got him out there. He moved well. He's very, very good at what he does. He knows how to survive, and he was punching back as well. And there was moments where he caught me with good shots, trying to go for the finish, which is obviously why he's a great fighter. I think he made for a very entertaining fight. Would you like to do it again? I would, yes. I mean, I think stylistically we fight. You know, we make for an entertaining fight, but I think I dominated him behind the jab from early on, and I'm not sure if he'd like to do that again. To be honest, I think if you asked him if he wants that again, I don't think he would. But obviously it's 1-1, so there's always a chance of the trilogy. We need to get the promoter on it.
What would you prefer next?
What would I prefer next? 2 weeks in Jamaica. I've got to have a think. I'm not going to make any decisions. I listen to Rob McCracken. I listen to Rob McCracken, and I listen to Eddie Hearn about, you know, I think about the options very wisely and who to fight next, because, you know, at this stage of my career, who I fight next is going to be, you know, it's going to be defining. The only other guy to beat me now is Andre Ward, and he's number 2 pound for pound in the world. He's a fantastic fighter in the sense of he knows how to win. It's very difficult to beat Andre Ward, but I think me and Rob will get the game plan right, get him over to the UK, and what an unbelievable win that would be for me. I mean, I've set the record straight there with MIKKEL Kessler well and truly. I think I well beat him tonight. I think I made it harder than what it needed to be. And I've not been nervous, but there's been a lot of nervous tension, a lot of pressure with the build-up, and I think I burnt a lot of nervous energy up today. I was up on my feet, up and about, and doing stuff I didn't need to be doing, tidying my apartment that's not even mine, and washing pots, and I was just stood up for about 3 or 4 hours. I couldn't sit down and settle. And I come to the arena and I was like thinking, oh, I should have had a sleep this afternoon. And I think that burned a lot of my energy up, and that was the energy that I needed late on to really jump on him and finish close the show. But MIKKEL's very experienced. I think he was moving, defending well, counter-punching back well. I was walking into the odd shot. So, you know, I don't think I got the full grandstand finish in round 12, which I nearly got, and I so much craved, because MIKKEL Kessler is such a great fighter and such a gallant warrior. So give him credit for that.
How much of the crowd atmosphere?
The atmosphere was unbelievable. It sounded louder actually in Nottingham, and it was half the crowd. I think because it's such a big venue, and in Nottingham, you know, they're all Nottingham people, and they're so vocal. It's unbelievable. But tonight was phenomenal. It was. I mean, what was there? 18,000 people. So
they all stood up before the last round. You know, really.
Yeah, I can remember that, and I was thinking, sit down, don't get him too excited. I think I had a bad round 11, and I knew I had to get through round 12. And if I'm totally honest, he buzzed me a couple of times in round 11. He caught me with a couple of shots, but you're never going to keep the Cobra down. You're not even going to put me down. And if you do put me down, I'm getting back up and I'm coming for you. But what a great fighter MIKKEL is. And I think he showed that tonight, why he's been dominant for so many. I mean, he's had 47 fights now. He's only ever been beat twice. That's his 3rd loss. He lost to Andre Ward, but everyone loses to Andre Ward. Stylistically, he's a nightmare. And he lost to JC. So that was always going to happen in Cardiff, wasn't it?
Did you bump into the wall after the fight?
Sorry, what was that?
Did you bump into Ward?
I had a little chat with him, but I think I upset him when I said that stylistically he's not the most exciting fighter, and nobody's really getting excited about Andre Ward when he fights. And I think that sort of got his back up. I had a little chat with him, and I said, you know, I don't mean any disrespect. I'm just being honest. I'm not talking personalities. I'm talking boxing, and your style will put a glass eye to sleep. people don't rewind the tape and watch Andre Ward fight because he's effective. He knows what he's doing, he's tricking, he knows how to win a fight. Unbeaten since he was 12 years old, Olympic gold medalist, unbeaten as a pro. But he's not that exciting. But I think next time we fight, if it happens in the UK, it'll be one of the most exciting fights that we've ever seen because I know what to do. Rob's told me what I need to do. If I listen to him, I will get my shots off and I will hurt Andre Ward. And late on he tires. I'm not sure if he's a big lad, you know, he won a gold medal at light heavyweight, and I think at super middleweight he struggles. A lot of super middleweights do struggle for the weight, and I do the weight so well, I'm fit for 12 rounds. And if I stamp my authority early on against Andre Ward, I feel I can really make him work late on. And potentially get the stoppage against Andre Ward. It's not an easy fight, it's a very, very tricky fight, but if I could avenge the Andre Ward loss, can you imagine that? The only two people to beat me, MIKKEL Kessler and Andre Ward, to beat them two, for me, it'd just be unbelievable. It'd be something that dreams are made of.
How do you see your future, Carl?
I think Ward may come over here, possibly. I mean, I've got 2 belts. What choice has he got? I mean, I've got the WBA, I've got the IBF. Why am I going to go to America and fight someone like Andre Ward? You know, no one wants to fight him, so come over here. You know, I've boxed you in the USA. Come and fight me in the UK.
Because obviously, even the Super 6 didn't come out of California.
No, I don't. I think he may have. He come over to Atlantic City to fight me. That's the East Coast, and he lives on the West Coast. But no, you know, he's an American fighting in America. Let's get him out of America.
Is that doable financially, Eddie?
Yeah, Andre Ward's got absolutely no options. What options has Andre Ward got outside of Carl Froch? Tell me another fight for Andre Ward, a super middleweight. That's why he's here. He's here because he wants to fight with Carl Froch. You know, and listen, that's a massive fight, but we're sitting here with 2 belts. Carl Froch has just catapulted himself to huge new levels in terms of sporting prestige in Great Britain, and you know, we're going to relax and take our time, and if Andre Ward wants to fight, then it's got to be how we want it.
What's the car? Carl, if you had a third fight with Mikkel, where should it take place?
Where would it take place? You'd have to ask him, wouldn't you? But he probably wanted to be neutral territory somewhere. I don't think he'd come back to England, which is fair enough. I certainly wouldn't go to Denmark. So, where would he go?
Where the most money was.
It makes dollars, it makes sense, so we'll put it on somewhere neutral. In a venue that everyone's happy with.
Carl.
One question here, Carl. We spoke to Ward's coach, trainer, Virgil Hunter, and he said the fight was a draw. What's your take on that?
Which fight was a draw? Me and Ward? Yeah, I thought it was close. I thought me and Ward was close.
No, the tonight's fight. Virgil Hunter, Ward's trainer, called it tonight's fight.
There's a saying in England that it should have gone to Specsavers. So that's you can't try and pull that one. I know you're from Denmark, but that's taking a piss. 118, 110, 100.
No, I take my hat off.
Yeah. Oh, you have to dig deep. Oh, you have to dig deep a few times. You have to dig deep a few times there tonight, really deep.
I expected to have to dig deep. You know, Mikkel's a tough, strong man. He's not going to lie down for anybody or roll over. He caught me with a couple of body shots. He caught me with a couple of head shots. But that's why I've come so far in this game, because I'm very, very tough. I'm able to swallow up the body shots, soak them up, have a couple of big breaths of air, and you know, I don't go over to body shots. And he caught me with a couple of right hands to the head, overhand right, to caught me around wide and buzzed me a little bit. But I've got great powers of recovery because of my fitness. couple of low blows. That one squashed my right testicle. That was sore. That was sore. But it was okay. I never make a meal of low blows. He hit me low again, and I thought that one did hurt. I didn't need a breather. But the first one genuinely gave me a little bit of a stomachache. I thought, oh, I don't want to have one of them. So let the referee know that you're a little hurt, and then he gets on it. But no, he didn't mean it. I don't think. I think he was just quite desperate throwing the body shot, and he caught me low. Is what it is. It happens. It was an accident.
Sorry, did you see Wayne Rooney before?
I saw Wayne Rooney. Yeah, he came in, which was nice. You know, I'm a big fan of Wayne. He's very down to earth. And,
Did you talk about new
comes
kids
to
and
support
stuff
me.
out there? Or?
No, he just came in and I was wrapping my hands, and we got the official watching, and Rob's doing his job, and we didn't really have much time to coerce much, but no, we had a little chat. It was all right with a picture.
He likes his boxing, doesn't he?
He does, yeah. Wayne Rooney loves his boxing. It was nice for him to come in and say hello. He's a big star, Wayne.
Excuse me, on that front, Rob, you've always said that Carl has never got the recognition he truly deserves. Do you feel tonight and over the last couple of weeks, the build up to this fight and the way it's been covered and the way the fans came out tonight and what he delivered, that we're starting to see the recognition that he deserves?
Well, I would have thought by now, Gareth, that he gets the recognition. I mean, you know, the reality is he was kind of ignored for 2 or 3 years fighting at top level, which you know, I still don't understand. I don't understand how that worked, but that's an old story. The good news is he gets great coverage from you fellas. Some of the coverage in the press and Sky TV has been absolutely brilliant, and you know, all the daily papers. You know, you're all here. You've all been here for the last few years to cover Carl's fight. So I think, you know, you've done a great job on his behalf to let the general public know who Carl FROCH is in the UK, let alone the world. And he's becoming a big star. It's just nice to see.
So yeah, I wasn't going to turn professional. It took me so long to make the decision to turn professional. I was quite a nervous, you know, shy and retiring young man. I was 24. I just won a World Championship bronze medal in Belfast in the World Championships in 2001 as an amateur. I nicked a bronze medal. I lost to a Russian in the semi-final, and you know, I was very nervous. And I had him in the last round, the Russian actually, and I never stepped on the gas because I was worried about my own self-belief. And I had a good chat with Rob after the fight, and I had a good chat for the next 6 months before I decided to turn professional. And without Rob, I would have been a bit of a Prince Nassim Hamed wannabe, because I used to love watching him fight, and I'd have been swinging away and I'd have ended up getting caught with silly shots. Rob's tidied me up, he's given me defence, he's taught me how to box, he's taught me how to use my jab, he's kept my head straight. He's not only my coach, he's also, you know, psychologically, he's trained me mentally, he's turned my personality around from somebody who's not quite confident and sure of himself. Even to this day sometimes, you know, I've got demons, everybody's got demons, and I speak to Rob and he gives me confidence, and without that, without the teamwork, without Rob, you know, the two of us make what we are today. I mean, WBA, IBF, WBC 2 times.
How's your self-esteem tonight?
Feels absolutely great. I mean, I feel obviously really, really proud. I'm in there doing the fighting, but for 12 weeks, for 3 months, I'm with Rob Monday to Friday, sometimes at the weekends, and we spend hours. He's on me. We're in the gym. I'm listening to him. I'm on the bag. He's watching me. I'm sparring and you know, it's a long old road to get to the point where you can go in there and do 12 rounds of fighting. And I think that was my 33rd, 34th fight. It's been a decade, over a decade of working together. And Rob's to me more like, we're friends, we're great friends, but like a best friend, you can have the crack, you go out for a drink and you do a few things, you know, forget all that. But Rob's more like the master and I'm the student. He's more like a father figure or a big brother than a best friend. He's more than a friend. He's my sensei and I'm the student. It's as simple as that.
And what's Rocco going to say when you come home?
Rocco? I'll say, well done, Daddy, he's talking now.
He's going to be watching that fight again a lot of times through his life, I imagine.
Yeah, he'll watch that back, he'll be proud of me, little boy. I've got my little Natalia as well now, she's 3 weeks old, so she's being born into an exciting world. I can provide for her. It's fantastic to be able to provide for your family and achieve what I've achieved. It's fantastic, it's phenomenal. But I'm not big-headed, I'm not arrogant, I'm very, very down to earth. You know, I've worked hard for what I've got, and I'll keep working hard for as long as Rob lets me. When Rob tells me to retire, I will retire. So I'll probably be still here, 50 years old with grey hair, defending my title, jabbing and grabbing.
Realistically, how do you see your future from here, though? Because you're not a spring chicken,
No,
but you're in
I'm
your
not,
prime
but
equally.
At 35 years old, I don't drink alcohol. You know, I don't smoke. I don't eat silly foods. I don't go up in weight. And at 35, I feel sort of fresh, and I get hit with the odd shot in boxing, but I don't get beat up. You know, I don't get knocked out. I don't take many shots. So I think my career will be as long as I want it to be. As long as I've still got the desire to get fit, get up and do the training, do the hard work, I'll be able to keep going. You know, maybe 2 years, maybe 3 years, who knows?
Colin, that's we asked what you wanted, revenge, with 2 belts in front of you there.
Yeah, definitely. I wanted revenge. MIKKEL Kessler's one of the 2 men to beat me, and that's the first step on the road to redemption for me. It feels fantastic. I'm just elated. It's unbelievable. I've had great support from the whole country. 18,000 sell-out arena. Sky Sports box office. Everybody's got behind me. I've been in the Super 6 tournament, which was a very, very hard. You know, it was a long, arduous task, that tournament. It went on for 2 years, and you know, I won and I lost. And then I won a couple, and then I lost to Andre Ward in the final, away from home in Atlantic City, and I was in New York flagging cabs down for 8 weeks. And Rob was by my side flagging yellow cabs down to Gleason's gym, to Trinity gym and the Mendez gym, boxing, horrible, big black Americans who can punch very hard, Peter Quillin, Kid Chocolate, you know, very strong lads. And I was in there day in, day out, just having wars with these guys to get to the point where I can do a 12-round fight. And, you know, it's not enjoyable. We're living in a flat in Manhattan, and it's not big enough to swing a cap. You know, we're like in each other's pockets, but it is what it is. It's all part and parcel of the journey. I spent 4 years in London living above a bedsit, above a gym, in a bedsit above a gym with Robert. Robert's done the journey with me. So it's been a long, hard road. If someone said to me, right, we'll go back 10 years and we'll do it again, I'd say, you know what, I'll get a job. I'll be a bricklayer or something. I'll do that. I like being on site. I'll do that instead. But it's been great. It's been fantastic. I enjoyed every fight. That's just because I love fighting. I love the training. I'm still enjoying it. I've still got the desire, and now I've got that belt. You know, IBF, WBA title. I'm close to unifying it. What's next? There's more out there for me too. There's a couple of big fights out there for me, so I'm just going to relish it. And at 35, I feel still fresh and still young enough to have 2, 3, maybe 4 more top-level fights.
Will you go to bed with a belt?
Sorry?
Will you go to bed with a belt?
No, I don't think so. Stick that on the back later.
Sharp.
Bernard Hopkins has been very vocal in calling you out as well. Is that the fight that interests you at all?
I think so, yeah. I think Bernard Hopkins is a legend, and he's been around probably far too long. He still gives people a hard fight. He knows what he's doing when he's in there. But we'd have to get him down to catch weight, because he's a big old man, isn't he? But no, that's a fight that we'd look at, definitely. Yeah, I know.
Any other questions, guys? Thank you so much for your support.